Hello and welcome back. I'm Joe and this is Dorfromantic. Dorfromantic just released. It's full release now. It was in early access for a little while. I covered it before and we played it for a little bit, and it's super relaxing. It's super beautiful. It's a tile-based puzzle builder, but also a strategy game because you can follow a couple different paths here. But it's super pretty, and there's even leveling up in the game where you get new tiles and unlock a lot of things. And with the new release, with the full release now, they added a lot of cool new features that I think you really enjoy. So let's get right into it. So here we are. This is just a game that I played before, and if you played this game ever before, that's great, but there's also a giveaway, so stick around to figure out what's going on. First, you can play the tutorial. It will explain everything that there is to know. There is not a lot to know. There's just ways to get more points in other ways, and that's great. The next mode, the next path is the classic mode. This is what we already seen before. This is just play as long as you can. You always, if you complete tasks, if you complete the right tiles, you get more tiles back, and eventually you will run out of tiles, and that's the end of the game. But that's just one of the modes. One of the new modes, creative mode. So you can effectively just set up whatever you want and build however you want to build. So you can make something really pretty or really ugly, doesn't matter, but you can effectively control everything about all the tiles that you get. Quick mode. This one you just play and you have, I think it was 75 moves to get done with something, and this one may be one that we go over here really quick. There's hard mode, well, fewer quests, steeper difficulty curve, and more complex tiles, but you have a limited amount of tiles that you get in there as well. Monthly mode, this is pretty cool, changes every month, everyone gets the same tiles, and you can actually compare yourself against other people. I think that's always very important, I really like it. Last one is the custom mode. I am not imaginative enough to play this, but effectively you can control everything that you want to do in your tiles or with your tiles, and just control what comes out of there. You can randomize it if you don't know what you're doing, but yeah, it just goes on forever, and then you can share it with your friends and say, hey, try this out and see how good you were at playing this. Really like this. It's nice, just it gives you something extra. But we're gonna try two different ones. We're gonna try the monthly mode and the quick mode. Let's start with the quick mode right now. There's an unsaved session in game mode. Do you want to save it to discard? No, we're good. So you start like this every time, nothing complicated, and there's a tile. The tile has different, call it colors or different pieces or different things. And I don't know if you can see that, but in the middle there is a white bar. Or a bar on where you're attaching it. If the bar is white, that means you're actually attaching it to something that's the same. If you do that, you get extra points. That is good, and that's what we want to do. So when you get fields or houses or meadows or water or trees, forests, you just want to try to keep them all facing the same things. And sometimes you get this. At least 3 fields to fulfill this quest. So you have different quests, and if you take on those quests, you can get extra points, and that's good because you only have 75 tiles to place in this game mode. Very important. What I'm going to try here is get as many points as possible, and I'm actually going to try to be a little more strategic about this. Usually I just play and flow with it, but I think once you understand how you get all your points, it's a lot nicer, or a lot more strategy-based, I guess is the right word. And that's what we're going to do here. You can see that there's 2 pieces highlighted. If I would turn around this way, nothing is highlighted, and there's a quest on this tile as well. It wants 3 more houses added to the village that is already there. So I'm just going to place it here. So we have meadow, all these meadows get together, and you saw that we got some points for that as well, and that is good. Here's another meadow, but we have a piece of rail running here as well. Rail is very often very complicated to place because it starts blocking off other tiles that you can place something. For example, I'm going to place this here, and it wants 3 more rails connected to it. I guess this piece is a rail tile right now, that's good. But sometimes you won't be able to place tiles because there's a piece of rail there or a piece of river there, and we're going to get to the river probably in the next few tiles. But there you go. So yeah, we're just going to advance this task, and if you look how many points we get for that, 20 points, because every correct connection is always worth 10 points. If you connect a tile like this perfectly, that everything that is connected to it is the same type of tile, you get an extra 60 points for that. So that's how you get more points. That's pretty cool. Yeah, this one places here pretty well. We still need 2 more fields to connect there. We need 3 fields here. We don't really have a forest yet to speak of, so I guess we just continue this. I feel like this is a better place. Right now I'm really looking for the points. That's the main thing that I'm worried about, so we'll just continue going this way. Yeah, sure, this is fine. Okay, what's this? Oh, big city. Big city is sometimes scary. I guess there are different quests that you get. Sometimes you get quests that say 3+. That means at least 3 more connections, and that's what we get here. Sometimes you will get quests that says only 3, so without the plus on it. And in those cases, you cannot go over that when you place the tile. But after you place the tile, you can just continue and do what you want to do. As you can see, there is strategy involved in this, and that's what makes me actually really, really like this game. This one, I don't feel like I can place anywhere where this is not a red line. So we're just going to complete this task and continue from there. So we got a little river here. The river always causes trouble down the road. It just always does. Like, for example, here I can't even turn it, and I can't even place it here because the river just doesn't belong there. I think what we're going to do is get the most points with just connecting 2 fields and this meadow, so 20 points there is all we can get, and that is fine. Looks like this one actually has really good connections for the meadows and for... I forgot if we can actually turn this, we can. This one has really good connections, so we get 30 points for this, and we have a chance to complete this as a 60-point piece. This would give us 60 points just for getting that one in there, but everything else is wrong, so I don't really want to get that in there. I think over here is probably a really good place for that piece of road, and then we get another piece of rail. That piece of rail is actually going to complete... it's not going to complete that task yet. We still need 1 more. I think that makes perfect sense. Sometimes you get tiles like this. Tiles like this is really just a big blue. You can connect it to a river. You can also connect it to places that don't have any water yet, and then it places as a meadow. May not be a bad thing to place right here, but I feel like we find something with a city attached to it that we can place there. Let's just put you where the other water is and see how else we can manage. I always like to have one big forest going on at the same time because there's generally a tile that requires hundreds of trees. And the numbers sometimes are confusing because every tree here counts as 1 tree piece of the forest, so don't count them, just trust what the game is telling you. That's really what I'm getting at there. Sure. I mean, that's points at least, 30. We'll put that one there. I'm waiting for a full field tile over there that I can place in that area. Right now, we just haven't gotten that yet. That's fine, gives us some points. And you don't always have to complete everything. You just want to move along as much as you can. And you can play this as loose or as speedy as you want. I usually play it a lot faster than this, but I'm trying to show you maybe an optimal... This is not an optimal way. No, People doesn't play that way. But I would like to show you a way where you can actually make a lot of, or get a lot of points. So I'm trying. This is my try-hard mode. As much as I get. Well, there's a river that we can just connect there. That's pretty good. And actually fine. Look at that house. It just has little animations. Sometimes you get trains and ships and other things that run on different situations. It's actually really cute is the word that I want to use there. But probably not yet. I'm not getting really... Oh, no, this one's actually a perfect connection. It's all meadows, and the city just goes through the middle there. Very nice, very cool. I would like to complete a couple quests here, because sometimes when you complete quests, you get special flags, and then you can get more points for completing those flags/quests. So that's kind of what I'm waiting on right now. This one, yeah, this is not going to work because that city has to grow. This, it's not a good connection, but I think it's the best one we can get. That's fine. This is the field. That's the field one that I wanted. So that one's completed. Wonderful. And yeah, the windmill's moving now. More points. Great. we complete that one too. And then what I'm really waiting on is a flag on these guys. I don't know if they actually show up in this type of setup, but sometimes they do and sometimes they don't, so we'll just have to be patient. But that one there is a river tile. You just want to have 6 total connections, and I think over here will be the easiest one because we want the meadows to actually close eventually. There's a tree one that we can complete. There's another tree one that we can complete. That's wonderful. And here's one. Here's a flag. This flag means when we complete this forest, which it's kind of highlighted, it's probably hard to see, but if we complete this forest on all sides that are highlighted, which is every tile that goes around here, then we get extra points. So we do want to complete that hopefully soon. Let's just continue. Yay, more points. So 20 there. This one didn't fit right, but every once in a while you can't really do much about it. And so far we only placed 30 tiles. So how much time can you really spend looking at how you want this to continue? It's a trick question. It's completely up to you. Are we? No, we're not in a good place there. Not in a good place here. So we may just start a new tag, new thing over here. I don't want to close the field yet. That usually ends up with missing out on a lot of things later on. There's a city up here that we should probably try to complete at some point, but not just yet. I would like the forest to actually get a forest tile there, so we get those points. Okay, let me see how far we can get here. And there you are. Hope you saw that you can spend a lot of time on this if you really wanted to, or you just play as you want, and there you go. But quick run, 3,400. I think my previous high score was 3,300, so cool. Sounds good. Game stats. You can look at stuff if you want to. But yeah, the games don't take super long, and that's really nice. So let's look at one of the other game modes with the custom mode, just to see what we can come up with here. You can type this in if you really want to once I'm done with it. No trees. Okay, sure. Let's try that. Actually, I would really like a lot of water and just a few fields. And I want a lot of trains because, well, let's do this one. A lot of trains. Why? Because trains look cool. This is still my channel, right? That's what we do. Well, let's try this one. Cool. We got a train right away on tile. That's awesome. Then we get a lot of water. You can flow on the other side, I think. We get this one completed right away. And I don't know if you can tell, but this moves a little different than the previous version. It should move a lot faster, really, is what I'm saying. So that looks good. Let's turn this around. Maybe we can make a nice city here. Can't get a completed tile out there. That's fine. I'll just put you up here. There you go. Don't like any of these because there's a city effectively that wants to grow out there, so I can't do that. This one should be fine. Yeah. And then here's the thing, you can play this however you want to play it, and it's always relaxing. It's always just placing one tile after another. I don't want to call it boring because it really isn't boring. It's very relaxing. That's the word. I don't think I can describe it any other way because it is what it is, right? You can't really make it something that it isn't. I haven't completed any of these tiles yet, but look at that. We have 250 tiles as our max that we can place here. There is an infinite mode or a sandbox mode or what was it? Creative mode is what they called it here, where you can play however long you want to play. And you can probably make really pretty cities and really pretty rivers and train routes and other things, and all of that sounds great, but we're not going to do that here. I'm going to leave that up to you because your imagination is a lot better than mine, because I simply know myself. That's not a strength of mine, so I'm not even going to pretend. But I trust in you. I believe in you. I know you probably can figure out something really cool. And yeah, we're just going to complete this one really quick. No, not all of it, but some of it. get some points in here. But I hope I gave you a good idea of what this game is about, because there's a lot of... You can spend a lot of time here if this is your type of game. It is a puzzle because it's not just... You can't just plop down tiles and hope you get a really high score. But you could plop down tiles and just continue going until eventually you get to a place where you're really happy with your creation. That is something you can definitely, absolutely do. But yeah, what happens when you just plop tiles down? I'm just going to show you that right now. Because we're at the end of the stream for sure. Is all of this. So, giveaway. Yeah, pretty simple. There's a description down in below the video, and go there. There is a link to King Sumo. That's who I run my my giveaways through. I have 3 keys given to me by the developers, so they are for you. Just sign up, get a couple entries, and in about a week, I will announce. Well, I will contact you if you won. I will announce that there were winners on the channel, but I won't tell who the winner is because that's privacy and stuff, you know. So don't worry about that too much. But yeah, that's what I have. So this game, also if you just want to pick it up, it's like 15 bucks, 14 of the Americans. So it's really, I don't know, it's a good impulse buy, it's a good price. The game is fun. They are based in Berlin, I believe. So as a German, I gotta say, yeah, they do a really good job. But also as a player, I wouldn't cover this if I didn't actually like the game. It's not a game that I play forever, but every once in a while I like to pick this up just to, well, you know, if I'm on the Discord and chat with people or do other things. And this is a really good game that doesn't have a timer. It doesn't matter how long you take to do something. And you can just do it, and you can come back and do it better next time, or come back and not care at all next time. It doesn't really matter. You can just continue doing the things that you were doing, and it's just neat. If you really have to, there's an undo button here as well. So there's no stress. This game will not give you any anxiety for any reason at all. You can just continue placing all the things that you want to place, and it's nice. It's really nice. Have I mentioned this game is really nice? Anyways, that's really all I have. I like this game. Maybe check it out. If you don't, that's fine. But there you go. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm BeebleJoe, and like and subscribe if you like these kind of things. If you have other games that you maybe want me to cover that I haven't yet, maybe reach out to me. Maybe I can set something up, because I'm not above trying different games. Workers and Resources is not the only game I play, so just throw something my way. If I like it, if it's something that floats my boat, I will definitely try it. If it doesn't, then I won't, but there's only one way to find out. So thank you very, very much for watching. I hope to see you again next time, and don't forget the giveaway. Bye-bye.